Good evening, everyone. My name is Ruby Orta, and tonight I'm here to review the proposition that my opponent Tony has presented on Proposition 1A, the high-speed rail in California. He claims that the development of the high-speed rail in California should be stopped and defunded. In his significance claim, saying that as of now, the California budget is in a deep deficit, and that Californians do not need to create a deeper hole for themselves. In his inherency claim, he mentions that the high-speed rail would have many frustrated citizens because the project would be crossing through their land. Also, that this matter of transportation will not be efficient. In his solvency claim, he stated that instead of spending the government money that has been given for the development of the project, that it should be used to improve and renovate existing transportation. In response to Tony's significance claim, the high-speed rail bonds, as reported in the business plan report, at $9.95 billion seems like a large amount of money, and they are. But that investment will bring back rewards at a large amount of money and value. The federal government is likely to provide between 20 and 30 billion in support for our HSR line, 4 to 5 billion in local funding, and private investors are already eyeing the project, bringing around 10 to 12 billion in funding. This totals at about 45 billion in the entire project. If that doesn't materialize, California's bonds are the necessary down payment that will bring other funds to the table and get the construction started. But along with that, in the first year of operation, which would be in the year 2020, will produce revenue of nearly $1 billion for an estimated 13.5 million riders. And for the final development in the project in the year 2035, it is estimated that for a total of about 41 million riders, there will be an annual revenue of roughly 2.8 billion, more than doubling after it has been fully finished and providing service to this entire state. Now, in response to Tony's inherency claim that the rail crossing will be constructed through some citizens' property can be complicated. I agree. I wouldn't like anyone trying to destroy a home that has cost struggle, time, and money. However, according to the California High-Speed Rail Authority, beginning in November 2009, the Rail Authority will compensate those along the proposed rail line by purchasing the property at a fair market value, and if it's necessary, pay for their relocation as well. So there is no inconvenience in the purchasing and development of the high-speed rail. There are monthly meetings at several of the proposed stations where everyone has the right to address an issue that they may have with the project, including and not limited to addressing all issues of those concerned with their living environment. Overall concerns for these meetings include intermodal connectivity, tunneling through faults, noise and vibration, technology, rail crossing future development plans, and wildlife, each of which will be studied in greater detail during the environmental review process. Also considered are local land use plans, disruption of neighborhoods and communities, and impacts to resources and the environment. All sections have completed scoping, meaning that they've been reviewed, and they've been completed with alternative analysis that they have done, and target dates for state and federal certification of the final environmental reviews for what is phase 1 range from September 2011 to October 2012. And finally, in response to the solvency claim of using the money approved by Proposition 1A for the development of the high-speed rail, that money should be used to improve existing highways and larger airports in order to reduce traffic flow that exists. On YouTube, there's a that connects to the California High-Speed Rail Authority webpage. It says in 2000, Californians made more than 500 million trips between the state's different regions. It said that by 2030, that number will double to nearly 1 billion. Therefore, demands on roads are ever increasing as our population and economy grow. So as that's being said, the California High-Speed Rail Authority estimated that 20 years from now, the population in California will grow to nearly 60 million people. And as of now, California has three of the top 5 congested urban areas in the nation, where about $20 billion are wasted in fuel and lost time stuck in traffic, and increasing about 10% each year. Now, the cost of the environment is also considerable. The HSR will cut 12 billion pounds of carbon emissions and save over 12 million barrels of oil per year. Given the eventuality of carbon tax or cap and trade fees that translates into actual money California will have to spend because it rejected Prop 1A, those costs themselves will be considerable and will have a negative ripple effect throughout the economy. California cannot afford to reject Prop 1A. The time to start building a prosperous 21st century California.